Exploring the realm of psychic abilities requires a unique perspective that blends ancient wisdom, rigorous analysis, and creative insight. This discussion delves into phenomena that have long intrigued both scholars and practitioners, inviting a re-examination of ideas that span from myth to measurable science. In today's presentation, we examine psychic abilities through the lens of rigorous, technical analysis. Integrating fact-based research with insights drawn from historical records and cultural practices, this comprehensive exploration is designed for experts who appreciate deep, advanced discussions enriched with statistical data, experimental findings, and numerical analyses. Our journey will span conceptual definitions, historical contexts, and modern debates, ensuring that each facet is addressed with precision and creativity. By synthesizing interdisciplinary approaches, we intend to uncover subtle nuances and groundbreaking perspectives that challenge conventional wisdom. Throughout this video, our focus remains on articulating complex ideas in accessible language, fostering an environment where robust debate and creative inquiry can flourish. The purpose of our analysis is not merely to entertain, but to provide an exhaustive, fact-driven account of psychic phenomena. That will ignite intellectual curiosity among advanced audiences. By merging creative expression with technical scrutiny, we invite you to challenge established paradigms and explore the quantitative and qualitative dimensions of psychic abilities. Engage with the multifaceted discussion that follows, and prepare for an intellectually stimulating experience that delves deep into unexplored territories. In the following sections, we will systematically address the core principles underpinning psychic phenomena, drawing upon diverse sources ranging from historical manuscripts to contemporary experimental protocols. Each segment is meticulously crafted to offer detailed explanations, technical insights, and statistical evidence that illuminate how psychic abilities can be understood from a scientific standpoint. This introduction sets the stage for a fact-led exploration into areas that have perplexed and intrigued both mainstream academics and independent researchers alike. Defining psychic abilities involves diving into a lexicon that encompasses a broad range of experiences beyond the conventional five senses. At its core, psychic phenomena refer to capacities such as extrasensory perception, telepathy, clairvoyance, and psychokinesis, which appear to operate outside the bounds of standard physical laws. Historical texts, controlled experiments, and statistical analyses have all contributed to developing a more systematic understanding of these elusive abilities. Modern practitioners often define psychic abilities not merely as supernatural gifts, but as complex, multidimensional phenomena that interact with human consciousness in measurable ways. While traditional definitions might rely on anecdotal accounts and folklore, a contemporary framework incorporates rigorous methodologies, including data collection, error estimation, and reproducible experiments. This modern definition seeks to bridge the gap between subjective experiences and objective measurements, allowing for a balanced analysis that respects both art and science. Terms such as intuitive insight, extrasensory perception, and subtle energy fields are often used interchangeably, though they represent distinct aspects or mechanisms related to psychic functioning. A comprehensive discussion of psychic abilities must consider the statistical significance of experimental findings, such as the work of the Rhine Research Center and other institutions that have reported anomalous results, with p-values often lower than 0.05. Moreover, conceptual debates focus on delineating measurable phenomena from interpretative projections, requiring rigorous statistical modeling and advanced signal detection theory to isolate genuine psychic signals from background noise. In summary, understanding psychic abilities in an expert context demands a detailed examination of both definitional clarity and empirical support, ensuring that the phenomenon is scrutinized with both creative and methodical rigor. As we continue to refine our understanding, it is crucial to systematically address the historical evolution of these concepts while integrating cutting-edge technological advances and robust statistical methodologies. Detailed meta-analyses and controlled replication studies offer a framework by which the reliability of psychic phenomena can be measured. Evaluating these parameters not only enhances our comprehension of subtle energetic interactions, but also provides a foundation for future interdisciplinary research endeavors. With every new data set and innovative analytical technique, the line between skepticism and acceptance becomes more clearly defined. Historical records provide a rich tapestry of encounters with psychic phenomena, documented across diverse civilizations and epochs. Ancient cultures, from the Egyptians to the Greeks, incorporated practices and beliefs that acknowledged the presence of cognitive abilities beyond ordinary perception. Medieval texts and esoteric traditions further advanced theories of spiritual communication, channeling, and divination, all of which contributed to early scientific inquiries. Cultural narratives, such as the shamanic rituals of indigenous peoples or the mystical interpretations of the Tao, have long framed psychic abilities as both gifts and responsibilities. Significant figures in history, including renowned philosophers, mystics, and early experimental investigators, have contributed documented observations that continue to influence modern studies. In the 20th century, research institutions initiated controlled studies and employed statistical methods to evaluate claims of psychic phenomena, marking a turning point in the field. The influence of spiritual movements in Eastern societies, particularly within Hindu and Buddhist frameworks, underscores an alternative paradigm where psychic exploration intersects with meditative practices and metaphysical inquiry. Over centuries, mythologies interwoven with empirical observations have led to the evolution of terminologies and methods that continue to shape sophisticated discussions in classrooms and laboratories today. Measured by historical data sets and statistical records, documented success in controlled trials during the mid-1900s lends quantitative weight to observations that were once relegated solely to folklore. Modern interpretations continue to evolve as numerical analyses, data-driven case studies, and advanced imaging techniques are applied to decipher the complex interplay between mind and measurable energetic expressions. Contemporary scholars emphasize the need for an interdisciplinary approach that blends historical context with modern scientific paradigms, fostering rigorous debate over methodologies and interpretative strategies. In essence, the historical and cultural dimensions of psychic phenomena reveal a continuous dialogue between empirical investigation and myth-making that enriches contemporary discourse. These layered interactions, documented in both ancient manuscripts and modern databases, provide a fertile ground for technical analyses that quantify previously intangible experiences. By examining archival evidence, contextual narratives, and significant results from past scientific inquiries, we gain an understanding of how psychic phenomena have been interwoven with the cultural fabric of societies around the world. Psychic abilities manifest in an array of forms, each distinguished by its unique method of interaction with human consciousness and physical reality. Telepathy, identifiable as the direct transmission of thoughts between individuals without the mediation of traditional sensory channels, remains one of the most extensively researched forms. Clairvoyance involves the perception of information that is hidden from the normal range of sensory observation, often evidenced by the visualization of distant or obscured objects. Precognition encompasses the ability to gain information about future events, a phenomenon that has been subjected to numerous experimental protocols with variable degrees of statistical significance. Psychokinesis, or the manipulation of physical objects through mental intent, is explored using highly controlled experimental designs that aim to detect minute force variations. Mediumship, the art of channeling messages from entities beyond the physical realm, requires the individual to access altered states of consciousness that facilitate bridges between dimensions. Channeling, closely related to mediumship, involves receiving complex streams of information from metaphysical sources, which are then interpreted and communicated with detailed accuracy. Other less conventional abilities include retrocognition, the perception of past events, and bilocation, where individuals report experiencing simultaneous presence in multiple locations. Advanced classifications within the field propose nuanced distinctions between cognitive intuitive processes and measurable brainwave patterns that correlate with psychic experiences. Each type of ability is further dissected in contemporary research through the application of technological innovations, such as functional magnetic resonance imaging and algorithmic data modeling, which help in isolating key variables. The integration of advanced instruments and digital signal processing techniques has enabled researchers to quantify the dynamics of psychic phenomena with an unprecedented level of detail and accuracy. Such technical assessments, often accompanied by detailed statistical regression analyses and error correction models, validate the existence of subtle, energetic interactions that were traditionally considered beyond empirical reach. Experts continue to debate the categorization of these abilities, weighing both qualitative experiences and quantifiable outcomes in an effort to demarcate scientifically credible phenomena from coincidental or erroneous interpretations. By examining these diverse types through rigorous classification systems and multidimensional analyses, experts are piecing together a complex puzzle that challenges the boundaries of conventional neuroscience and metaphysical theory. Through a detailed breakdown of mechanisms and overlapping characteristics, contemporary research categorizes psychic abilities in a framework that embraces both empirical measurements and theoretical constructs, ultimately pushing the envelope of scientific inquiry into realms previously deemed mystical. These classifications continue evolving. Scientific inquiry into psychic phenomena has employed rigorous experimental designs and statistical evaluations to challenge, if not corroborate, traditional claims. Researchers utilize controlled conditions, randomization, and double-blind protocols to minimize biases and isolate true effects from experimental noise. Comprehensive meta-analyses that aggregate results from multiple studies have revealed statistically significant trends, sometimes with p-values well below accepted thresholds such as 0.01. Skeptics argue that many observed effects could be attributable to uncontrolled variables, statistical artifacts, or the power of suggestion, urging greater methodological standardization. Critically, both sides of the debate concur that enhancing reproducibility and statistical power remains paramount to advancing our understanding in this controversial domain. Innovative approaches such as neuroimaging, quantitative EEG analysis, and computational modeling have been deployed to assess localized brain regions during psychic-like activities. Peer-reviewed journals continue to publish research results that both challenge and support the existence of genuine psychic phenomena, calling for nuanced discussions grounded in robust data. Advanced methodologies, including Bayesian inference and signal detection theory, provide frameworks to interpret ambiguous data and estimate effect sizes with measurable confidence intervals. The scientific community remains divided, yet the growing body of evidence, supported by rigorous statistical metrics and reproducibility initiatives, suggests that further inquiry is both warranted and essential. Interdisciplinary research and transparent sharing of raw data will continue to be the cornerstone in evaluating the myriad claims surrounding psychic abilities, from both supportive and critical perspectives. Overall, the scientific debate over psychic phenomena thrives on the interplay between rigorous methodological testing and the quest to understand the underlying neural correlates that may give rise to anomalous experiences. As new data emerges and analytic methods evolve, clear, data-driven conclusions will eventually redefine the parameters of what is deemed scientifically verifiable in studies of psychic abilities. Rigorous research continues to unlock these enduring mysteries. The development of psychic abilities is increasingly viewed not as a spontaneous gift reserved for a select few, but as a skill that can be cultivated with deliberate practice, discipline, and advanced training techniques. For experts in the field, the journey towards enhancing psychic sensitivity begins with rigorous meditation practices that focus on cultivating mindfulness and deep introspection. Techniques such as focused breathing, body scanning, and visualization exercises train the brain to enter states of heightened perceptual clarity. The integration of neurofeedback systems in training regimens further refines this process by providing real-time data on brainwave patterns, allowing practitioners to adjust their techniques based on quantifiable parameters. Daily exercises, when practiced consistently, have shown measurable impacts on the brain's plasticity, a concept supported by neurophysiological studies that reveal shifts in cortical activity associated with enhanced intuition. In addition to meditation and biofeedback, practitioners are encouraged to maintain detailed journals to record subjective experiences, recurring symbols, and emotional shifts that occur during their training sessions. This form of self-reflection is augmented by quantitative methods such as amplitude analysis of alpha and theta brainwaves, which provide objective markers of meditative depth and intuitive receptivity. Innovative software now allows enthusiasts to track progress through detailed neural mapping, thereby enabling a scientific approach to what was once entirely subjective. Workshops and collaborative training sessions led by experts in neuroscience and parapsychology create environments that foster both theoretical discussion and hands-on experiential learning. Exposure to a community of like-minded practitioners further accelerates development by offering constructive feedback, shared experiences, and collaborative research projects aimed at validating subtle energetic shifts with modern instrumentation. Advanced training programs integrate cognitive behavioral techniques, which have been empirically shown to enhance perceptual sensitivity through repeated exposure to controlled psychic stimuli. Many training modules incorporate virtual reality simulations that create immersive environments, allowing individuals to experience and adapt to a variety of psychic challenges in a reproducible setting. Refinements in these practices, monitored through continuous biometric feedback and iterative self-assessment, empower advanced practitioners to systematically enhance their intuitive abilities over time. Furthermore, many experts advocate for integrating nutritional strategies and physical exercise into training schedules, positing that overall well-being has a direct impact on neural efficiency and psychic sensitivity. Recent pilot studies, employing both longitudinal assessments and cross-sectional analyses, report statistically significant improvements in performance metrics after several weeks of structured training protocols. Combined with ongoing scientific research and feedback from seasoned mentors, these methods forge a path towards systematically unlocking and refining a person's latent psychic potential. Advanced practitioners also engage in sophisticated techniques that combine elements from diverse disciplines such as quantum mechanics, neuropsychology, and bioenergetics. They employ controlled visualization protocols wherein specific mental images are paired with physical biofeedback to simulate extrasensory processing. Detailed logs of these sessions are analyzed using statistical software packages, allowing practitioners to identify recurring neurological patterns and optimize their training regimens accordingly. This interdisciplinary approach not only validates subjective experiences with objective measurements, but also provides a framework for predicting future enhancements. Experimental evidence suggests that neural adaptation in response to focused psychic training can lead to measurable changes in synaptic efficiency, an outcome that is both quantifiable and reproducible in laboratory settings. Furthermore, empirical investigations into these training protocols reveal that systematic practice over extended periods yields incremental improvements measurable through standardized psychometric scales. These improvements include better discrimination of subtle sensory cues and faster cognitive processing times, which are statistically correlated with enhanced training intensity. Such findings inspire further research into the neurobiological substrates of psychic functioning, bridging experimental data with theoretical models. Consistent practice and scientific rigor unlock true psychic mastery. In conclusion, our in-depth exploration of psychic abilities has spanned definitions, historical contexts, and the diverse technical categories that define this multifaceted field. We have examined phenomena ranging from telepathy to psychokinesis, with advanced, data-driven insights that merge ancient wisdom with modern scientific inquiry. This journey has demonstrated that psychic abilities, though long shrouded in mystery, are now being investigated using the full arsenal of scientific techniques and rigorous methodologies. Advanced statistical analyses and neuroimaging studies have provided concrete evidence supporting the potential for cognitive growth in this area. By embracing both creative exploration and technical scrutiny, our discussion invites further research, challenging established paradigms while opening doors for future interdisciplinary innovations. We encourage experts and enthusiasts alike to analyze these findings critically and contribute their perspectives through collaborative research and open scientific debate. The fusion of creativity with empirical evidence paves the way for a future where psychic development is both understood and harnessed through informed practice. Our comprehensive analysis reaffirms that the path to mastering psychic abilities is rigorous, methodical, and open to continuous revisitation as new data emerges. In a rapidly advancing scientific landscape, fostering further dialogue and inquiry will be essential to fully unravel the complexities of human consciousness and psychic phenomena. Ultimately, the integration of precise measurements with imaginative inquiry sets a definitive agenda for future exploration in this interdisciplinary field. The quest for deeper understanding endures as both a scientific challenge and an artistic journey.